Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to look at The Traveler, the Journal's Aid Society, number 10. This is the original run from Game Designer's Workshop. And this one promises a referee's guide to planet building. Interesting cover, an evocative cover. You get some good ideas off of that. So here we go to an ad for Deluxe Traveler from Game Designer's Workshop. I have Deluxe Traveler. It was just an attempt to move things into the bigger boxes. It was a bigger box. I believe the books were still the small ones, the traditional Traveler books. And then we have the table of contents for this issue of JTAS. And this year, it's set in the year, or I'm sorry, in the day 273 of the year 1107. And it's so hard to find out when these were really published. 81. So then we get an editorial from the management, and Travelers available overseas through Game Designers Workshop distributors in UK and Australia. That's kind of neat. Just Detected. Star Viking. A game of interstellar raiding and plundering for 2 players. Different other games that are coming out now. Doom of the Singing Star from Judges Guild. I like that one a lot. And then that continues on page 34. And then we go to the Travelers News Service. I love TNS. I really miss TNS. Just a short one page on this one. Contact Centaurs, the Kukri. This was some of the earliest information I had on the Kukri. I really valued this article for it. I like the Kukri. Militant herbivores. You have a servant and a warrior, a merchant, a female, and all their places in Kukri's society. Martian Metals, 50 millimeter miniatures for Traveler from Cedar Park. Martian Metals is Cedar Park, Texas. I have a few of these in my set. And then we have an Amber Zone, Gyria Transfer. We're in Cirrus. Quiet pastoral world achieves high personal income. Something's going on. It's a heist. And then we continue on the Kukri article from earlier in the magazine. Then we have an ad for Complete Strategist, Wargame Headquarters of Greater New York. Some hobby stores on the east coast of the United States. Referee's Guide to Planet Building. Yes, this is what I was excited about, and I read the heck out of this. There was not a ton of planet building stuff outside the original rules. You were kind of on your own in 81, so this helped a lot. I loved this magazine for this. It was so helpful. Continuing on. And then we finish it, and of course that article was by the Keith brothers. Are you rich, really wealthy, rolling in it? Are you so rich you can afford every new game that comes out? If you're that rich, turn the page. Otherwise, keep reading, and it's an ad for Space Gamer. I have a couple issues of Space Gamer out of Austin, Texas. Troops in the Fifth Frontier War. This would be pertinent now. Armies of the Fifth Frontier War is coming out from Mongoose soon. So here we have a look at some of the troops. Of course, Mongoose has said that all the stuff from this era is computer simulation, and none of this pertains to what they're doing now, and any outcome can change. It's an interesting idea. I wish Mongoose was supporting Fifth Frontier War more. We get a 77th patron. This is just a nice one-page patron out of the Chasing After the 76th patron book. Military Academy, an option for mercenary. Well, that's kind of cool. Ordeal by Ashar and Action Aboard from FASA. Approved for use with Traveler. Yes, FASA started life as a Traveler licensee. Poltroonery, Courts Martial, and the Imperial Code of Military Justice. That's interesting. That's really interesting. This summer, Game Designers Workshop received the following awards at Origins 81. The Game Designers Workshop Azanti High Lightning, and they won the H.G. Wall Awards for Best Miniature Rules of 80. That's cool. They won some pretty good awards. I knew that Traveler was a big award-winning game in its day. Continuing out our article from page 5, and then new for Traveler, Thieves World. Yes, this was a crossover. You could do a little Traveler action in Thieves World from Chaosium out of Albany, California. Amber Zone, Coup d'etat. Your group is looking for the daughter and sole heir of a planet on the fringes of the Imperium, and there's a coup. And then some ads for the Complete Strategist on the East Coast, game stores on the East Coast of the United States. Trillion Credit Squadron winners. I never got into the trillion, billion, whatever Credit Squadron games. I didn't know much about them. I read this stuff, but I could never really design this stuff. The Bestiary, a tree rat. Yeah, why not? A little mischievous little tree rat by Roger Moore. Universe 3, computer moderated play-by-mail by Central Texas Computing Incorporated of Austin, Texas. And in miniature, Traveler, science fiction in the far future. It's a grav tank. That's neat. Oh, I'd love to have some of those. Oh, the 15 millimeter. That's the only problem. 15 millimeter is small. D&D was still doing some 15 millimeter, but most have gone to 25 millimeter. Now the standard is 28 millimeter. Some of these minis are really tiny. We still have some 15 millimeter figures on our table in D&D and in Traveler. And continuing out. And then we go to Martian Metals. And Rel Partha, let's say Martian Metals out of Cedar Park, Texas. Rel Partha out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and Fast out of Chicago, Illinois. Okay, just a generic ad there. High Passage, quarterly magazine. I liked High Passage. Only went 5 issues. Next issue of the Journal of Traveler's 8 Society, number 11, Striker, special issue devoted to GDW's new science fiction miniatures rules. Referee's Guide to Planet Building, Part 2. Contact the Bestiary, Amber Zones, our regular features, and more. And then we get a nice ad for Invasion Earth. Invasion Earth is the final battle of the Solomani Rim War from Game Designer's Workshop. Played that a little bit with a buddy of mine. I didn't really know who the Third Imperium was and who the Solomani were yet. But the guy who introduced me to Traveler had this game and Fifth Frontier War, and we played it a little bit. But there you have it. There's just a very brief look at Journal of the Traveler's 8 Society number 10 from 1981. 81 was a good year. I really enjoyed 81, my first full year of role-playing, and the year I was introduced to Traveler. But there you have it. That's all I've got for today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments if you enjoyed the video. Tell your friends. Take a look at the Patreon, see if you can help me out there. But that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.